guys, so I'm gonna try a couple new methods. This is primer on my skin. I saw someone say apply it with a sponge after your skincare, so that's what we're doing. I don't typically like applying my primer with anything but my fingers, but they said that this works better, so that's what we're gonna do. Then it says let it sit for at least 2 minutes, so I'll be back when that does that. Let's not play the game of what just happened. I was trying to put this on my hand and it shot across the room, so. Then it says, with a sponge, pat it into your hand and not your face. I don't like using a sponge for my foundation, but for the sake of this video, I will do it. The next step of the video I was watching was saying that, you should put the pump of foundation on your hand and use a sponge. I usually use a brush for my foundation, but I'm just trying to follow what they said to do in this to see if this helps my base. So then you're supposed to go in after you've got it all over your face and set it in with your brush like normal. It doesn't feel as heavy as normal. I don't know, but I'm using the Maybelline also, and I had to go in and add some on my forehead because I forgot. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the cream one on the inner. And I also put it on, my acne spots. I'm gonna let this sit. So, I'm gonna say, I don't usually do my base before my eyeshadow. This does feel a little off for me. But, there's a new thing for everything, so I guess it's fine, Also, I got these new brushes that were recommended to me, so I'm just trying them out, They're the Jessup brushes that someone recommended. And they came in yesterday, and then I washed them, and now we're trying them out. I'll blend all this out. I will say, since these brushes are labeled, I can actually tell you what they're for. So, this is a contour blending brush, and it's number 109. I can actually tell you because my old ones were faded. Then I'm going to go with my little fluffy concealer brush, and I'm going to, flatten out each one of these spots on my face. Now, technically, while blending out these spots, this part isn't going for my actual concealer. This is just to brighten the eye right in this area. So I usually go directly down and put a little bit on the nose. Alright, and like I said, I'm a full coverage girly, so in those other sides of the concealer, I go right here. I'm count to 30, and then I'll blend it out. While that's sitting, I'll go in and blend out my blush. I don't put a lot. And I'm going to blend out that little concealer spots. I don't really like this blush, if I'm being honest, but we're trying out a new thing, okay? Can't put my powder puff, but I'm just gonna pat my powder into my hand. I'm putting a little bit under my eyes, but not a lot. So we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna spray my face, and then I'm gonna do my eyes. And I still have to do all my powder products, but, it's not bad so far. And on the hand of doing something kind of neutral, I'm either going to do a yellow or neutral. Okay, so we are going to do neutral. I'm going to use either probably the browns and the pinks in here, but the light pinks. Going in with color Talking Drums, I'm using the Juvia's Place Part 1 palette. And I'm just going to go in with this color, and I'm just going to pat it. And again, I'm going to do something simple today. That way it can be followed easy. We are just patting that color into the corner right here. And we're going to do that on both sides. I'm going to go in with my small taper blending brush in a lighter shade. Probably, this is actually sparkly, so we can't do that lighter shade. But probably one of these, maybe. I'm going in with Narrowland at the top. And I'm just going to blend around this to kind of buff it out. Now, you're not going to put any more product on, but you're going to grab that brush that you had that darker color in, and you're just going to move it just a little bit to the front, but not all the way. You're going to do the same thing with that outer color. You're not putting anything extra on. You're just going in. I'm going to start fanning outwards a little bit with that lighter shade on both sides. Now, once I got that done, I like to go in with my darker shade with the big fluffy one, just to kind of blend that in a little bit and make it just a little bit darker. Now, with nothing on your brush, except for what's left over that brighter color. I just like to go in the front a little bit, just to kind of like blend it towards, but not like harsh. Now, I don't have a white in this palette, so I do have to use another palette for the white. So I'm just going to use the white in the Blend Bunny palette, and I'm going to put it right here in this front, just for the glitter to pop a little more. Clean that brush off with your hand, arm, whatever you want to clean it off with, rag, whatever. I'm just going to use my hand. Again, I'm not harshly going in with that white. I'm just putting a little on my inner corner and a little bit right there. Just enough to brighten. Now, we aren't really doing a cut crease, but I'm going to take that white just to brighten that area where a cut crease would have been. And then what I'll do is I'll go back in where that brown was, that darker brown. Just to kind of blend it in a little bit. And since this is an easy look, I'm just going to not do any glitter glue, and I'm just going to go in with this kind of like pearlescent color. And I'm going to put it right there. I know that doesn't really show up very well, but you'll see. A little pop, I'm going to go in with this kind of gold shade right here. Find your little skinny brush, or just a smaller brush in general, and just go under your eyes with that dark shade. I'm going to go in with my Glisten's Cosmetics, well, I already did. I went in with my Glisten's Cosmetics, just a gloss, something simple. I already did my mascara. I'm going to put on a little bit of powder blush. Again, this is just what I do, simple stuff. We all have our days we don't want to do the most. Find you a highlighter. I'm still into blinding highlighter, so I'm going in with this like yellowy gold one. Like that. I'm just going to tap this. And then on both cheeks. Optional, I do like to put a little bit on my eyebrows. And that's just a somewhat simple, kind of neutral look for me, so yeah. Sorry for the long video, but peace.